And welcome to this Abusstar training video. And today I'm going to be showing you how to create a grade event. And this is very important, particularly when it comes to your reports. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to log in. We've already done that, and the next thing we're going to do is to click on grades. Okay, when you click on grades, this interface here comes up, and you need to select the class. Okay, I have already entered the various classes that you teach: comprehension, general science, grammar, and the whole works, from infants A to class 4. Okay, so here is just a list of the subjects or classes that you teach here at the Deacon's Primary School. So if you know you teach social studies, like in the case of Miss Moore, and she needs to enter grades, she needs to go and select social studies. If she's going to mark 1-1 social studies, she needs to select 1-1, click on social studies, and then click on grade. Okay, I'm the technology mastery teacher at this school, so I will select technology mastery, and then I will click on grade. So I'll select technology mastery in 2-1. Okay, then I'm going to click on grade. Okay, this then takes me to the grade events page. Okay, we have term 1 grade event for 2-1 technology mastery. That has gone already. Okay, it has term 2, term 3. Okay, it has midterm comments for 2-1 technology mastery, and we're going to be getting back to these things shortly. Okay, what we need to do is to go down to the bottom of this page and to create what is called a grade event. Okay, and it says here, add a new grade event to this class. Remember to add all required categories for each term. Okay, so we have term 2 already selected under term, and we need to create a grade event name. Okay, for your purposes, the grade event name can be the same name as the class. So mine is technology mastery, so I'm gonna call my grade event that technology mastery. Okay, exam category, this is a end of term test. So let's go across here, and we're gonna click this drop down arrow, and I just said it's an end of term test, so we select end of term. Okay, the other options here, midterm, year end, and so on, but for our purposes, this is a the end of term test, so we click on end of term, and then we come at the bottom and we click on add. Okay, that now takes you to the grade events page. Okay, and if we look under term 2 grade event for 2-1 technology mastery, we can see some information is already there. By default, the maximum score is 100. Okay, that means that if you are setting the test and it's out of 100, you don't have to change that. Okay, but your test might very well be out of 50, 60, and you can actually go in and change that. Okay, to do that, what we need to do is to click on the grade event itself, technology mastery. So we're going to be doing that very shortly. Okay, I just said by default the maximum score is 100. So the grade event is technology mastery, so we can click on technology mastery now. Okay, then that takes us to this page, the grade class. Okay, and here's where we can actually go and make changes. Okay, let's say for example that your test is out of 50 instead of 100. Okay, so we're going to change that 100 to 50. Okay, all right, so we're going to put in that information. Has any academic yearly term. Okay, the date assigned is when you're actually going to be given the test, and the event date is the date that the grade event was actually created. Okay, if you want to, you can come underneath on the description and put a little description of the test that you are going to give to the students, or that you have already given to the students. Okay, so we just have to click apply to make sure that that maximum score 50 is applied to the grade event. Okay, and then once that is done, we click on update. Right, so we click on update, clicked on update, and if we scroll down now, okay, you have a list of the students who have registered, or whose name, okay, is in the 2-1 Technology Mastery class. There is a button there for exemptions, where if you want to exempt a student from an exam for whatever reason, okay. And once you have done administered those tests and the marks are in, okay, you can actually put those marks in here, okay. And once those marks go in and you go down to the bottom and you click on update, the Abusstar will actually do the work with the percentages for you. You don't have to do that, okay. Although you see comment at the side, at this stage you don't need to put in the overall comment yet for Technology Mastery. That is not done at this stage, okay. Here you just enter your mark the child received out of the 50. As I said, you don't have to put any comments here because these comments are not the overall comments for the Technology Mastery. We put those in on another interface. So once that information goes in, we scroll down to the bottom and we click on update. And if we scroll back up here, you will see that the Abusstar has calculated the percentages for the children already. So the next thing that you will need to do is to put in an overall comment for the Technology Mastery, just like what will be seen on any report for the individual subjects. Okay, so you click on grades, you select the class, which as I said is 2-1 Technology Mastery. So let's select 2-1 Technology Mastery, and then we click on grade. Okay, the grade events page comes back up again, okay, but when we scroll down now, there is a section where you can actually put in the comments for the Technology Mastery. Right, it says overall term comments for 2-1 Technology Mastery, okay. Add term comments to students in this class for term reports. It has term 2 there selected, and what you will do is click on comment, then the individual name of the children will come up, and then you can go to the right hand side and you can put in those comments, okay. There are comments that are already in there. If you click on the drop down menu, okay, the other side, the marks are already there. The average mark that the child has received, the children have received. We go across here to the comment section. As I said, there are comments already in there. If you want to use one of those, you can, and the names of the children are also there as well. If you want to type in your own, that is also possible. So you have a lot of things that you can do in here that can make your work a little easier. Okay, you don't have to think too hard about comments. As I said, there are comments there that you can browse and select one that is appropriate. So let's just put in type in one of our own. Okay, so this is the overall comments for the Technology Mastery. Okay, and if you were doing grammar, general science, health science, spelling and vocabulary, what have you, okay, you will also have to come here and to put in a comment for the individual students. Okay, once this is done, you go to the bottom of the page and you click on update, and clicking update is extremely important, because if this is not done, all of what you will have done will have been in vain. Update is like saving what you've done, right? Okay, so you go back up now, and you're gonna go now to remarks and reports. Okay, obviously at the end of the day you need to have a general comment at the end of the report, and here is where it is done. It is done in remarks and the reports. So I'll click on remarks and reports. I term end performance reports. I select the form. The form, as I said, is 2-1. So the teacher now, the form teacher now would be responsible for this. So I'll select 2-1. Okay, and click on search. Okay, when this is done, I have the names of all the students in the class, their birthdays, and so on, and if the information on the houses where that information was in, okay, that will also show as well. So we're going to go to the first name, Terrell Jordan. Okay. So it has all the names of the students in the class. So I click on Terrell Jordan. Okay, and this interface comes up. It has his age, his gender. They started, that was when he started school, but that information is incorrect because obviously it will not be 1969. That's something that I'll have to change, but the general comments for him you can put in here on the term 2. An excellent term performance. Keep up the good work. Okay, and once that is done, you click on save comment. As I said, a lot of this information that you normally find in the report, like the age and so on, a lot of that information is there. Okay, you click on save comment now, and you're going to scroll along now, and then we have a section for student behavior. And this is normally found at the top of the report. You have things like categories like presentation of work, attention to lessons, effort at homework, working with others, self-control, respect for property, personal cleanliness, appearance, deportment. On the grade, we click the drop down arrow and we select the one that we think is appropriate to the student. If we want to, we can put a comment at the side of each one. I've seen reports where there are no comments, but again, that is up to you. If you think that a child, for example, in terms of self-control and that there's a need for that to improve, you can put a comment at the side of that. But once that information is in, you click on update. Okay, right, and then on here we have extracurricular activities. Then normally what you will see on the term end class mark, you will see all the marks that the child received as well as the comments. Okay, so the next thing we will be focusing on is the there are conduct remarks, and then there are the whole thing of the extracurricular activities. Okay, and again, this is information that would be important to any report. Okay, so we go back to remarks and reports. Okay, and we're going to scroll along now, and we're going to go on conduct remarks. Okay, and again, this is only for students who I believe are problematic, who probably have had issues with breaking the school rules on a regular basis and so on. So let's go again to 2-1 and we click on search. Okay, and let's say that this student here was one who was constantly given trouble. You understand? Here you would enter a comment, and it says here, these comments are sent via email to the principal, and following their review may be permanently added to a student's record. Okay, and once you enter that information, you click on add comment. If you have approved modified conduct comment, so if over time the student has shown improvements or maybe has gotten worse, you'll see a list of those things under approved modified conduct comments. Historical conduct again, it actually gives you a history of the child's conduct probably through his life at the school. Detentions, if the child has had a number of detentions, you can put that information can be shown here as well. You add it by going under the student detention section and clicking the date and the reason, and all that information will be recorded. Okay, that information obviously will be very helpful to the ministry and to the school in terms of trying to deal with certain issues with that child's behavior. Okay, so that is what is the conduct's remarks. That's what that's all about. Then we go to the activity remarks. Again, that it said use this tool to enter a remark on a student's extracurricular activities. Okay, so we're going to click on search by form. Again, we're going to select to one, and let's say that Terrell was a member of the Scouts, maybe was a member of 4-H, what have you. This is where that information would become handy. The activity, I just said maybe he's in Reading Spring, 4-H, Scouts. Putting that information here on the activity, you click over the other side to the right of that, you have the date, join. That is actually when he actually became a member of the particular activity. And you can add a comment, maybe on the comments, maybe you received 2 or 3 badges for something you did. That information would go here, and obviously it would show up on the report. Once that information goes in, just simply click on add comment. Okay. If I just said maybe he's in 4-H, maybe he's in Reading Spring, you put that information, you put the date, join, and so on, and it will show in the report. Then there's the whole issue of attendance. Once you have been marking your registers through Abusstar, okay, using the Abusstar website, if the child has been late 6 or 7 times, that information again would show up in the reports. Okay, once that information goes in now, I can actually download those reports and simply print them. Okay, so that's all for now. If there's anything that needs clarifying, please don't hesitate to ask.